Hello and welcome to the marvellous show Game of Thrones. If you've never watched before, I'm your host Steve, and it's a react show to the Game of Thrones because last year I'd never watched an episode. One of my subscribers suggested it, and so since then I've been absolutely hooked. It's the greatest show ever and loving it, but really sad now because we're right at the end. Next 2 episodes to go, so yes, the one after this one and that's it. Not happy about that at all, but anyway. Quickly, if you're not a subscriber and you like Game of Thrones, please subscribe, like, comment, hit the bell and all that malarkey. That's that done. A couple of other things I want to quickly say. I've decided that after the Game of Thrones I'm going to do Black Sails because that was the one that was probably voted for mostly. However, due to the amount of grief that the editing has caught, I mean, honestly, doing the editing to this show is an absolute nightmare. Plus the fact that about 80 to 85% of the episodes I put out are copyright claimed, so I don't earn nothing from doing it. So basically I've been doing this for the love. I haven't been earning bugger all from it. It doesn't even cover the cost of the editing suite that I've got, so it really is like I'm just doing this for the love. So because of that I'm going to drastically change sort of the concept of the show. Drastically change it. It's going to be completely different. I'm still going to do Black Sails. I'm still going to be sat here doing the reactions to Black Sails. It probably won't. I don't know if I'll get one every week out. I will try, but like I said, it's really hard work. But I'll be bringing out a completely different show, same channel. It'll be more of a react show to. I'm going to have different people in every week, like trying different alcohols, different foods, different drinks. And just giving the reaction. It's going to be a real scream. It's going to be a laugh. I can't wait to get into it. And the editing will take so much less time, hopefully. So that's I'm quite excited about that. So that's going to be good. But so don't leave the channel. Don't unsubscribe because you will love it. Promise. And plus I'll still be doing Black Sails, and when that's done, other series as well. But so I'm going to be running 2 shows at once basically. But hopefully it's going to be a little bit more relaxed than the hecticness that this show's. Oh God. Honestly, it takes me so long. It's so many hours of work. It's a nightmare. So that's done and said. So last week we watched episode 4 of season 8, which was The Last of the Starks. A really quite obviously a less hectic episode than episode 3 because that was mental. That was just unbelievable. This was a little bit more relaxed but very kind of tense, very moody, very dark and unsettling, and we started off with the funeral to all the people that had died in episode 3, which was really sad. Seeing Jorah and Theon and all those people that you've got to love over the years. But the only when I'm watching it back, it seemed like I was being really heartless. As soon as I saw Ghost, I was like, "Oh, brilliant! Ghost is alive. Who cares?" But it meant so much that Ghost was still alive because I love Ghost. Obviously, I was still sad about who had died, but Ghost is my man. But yeah, a bit gutted that later on in the episode Jon decided just to get rid of Ghost and send him up north. I know why, because Direwolves, it's their natural place. I get it, but I still wanted Ghost to be in it to the end, perhaps Ghost could have killed Cersei. That would have been amazing, and took a shit on Euron. That'd have been even better. But yeah, not to be, I guess, not to be. And they kind of had a banquet afterwards in the I think you call it the throne room. I've always called it the throne room, but I know it's not, but that's how I see it. Banqueting hall, whatever. And Daenerys made Gendry Lord of Storm's End, which was brilliant. Poor old Gendry, he's a lord now, so he's got no worries. But with that, he went to try and find Arya and told her the great news, and she was really happy for him. And then he told her that he loved her and got on one knee, which was a bit embarrassing because I knew what the outcome was going to be there. And Arya, she just wasn't interested. Like she said, it's not her. She's not a lady. She's not doesn't want to be sort of his wife, which was a bit sad, I guess. But you knew that was never going to happen. And she's now joined Hound, and they're going back to King's Landing again. Well, I mean, I would love Arya to take Cersei out, but I don't think that's going to happen. And obviously Hound's going there to take on the Mountain again, which makes me really nervous as well. Can't wait to watch it, but makes me really nervous. I kind of like Arya to take out the Mountain, to be honest, but I know it's not meant to be. It's meant to be Hound. So I think we possibly could get into that in this next episode. The time jumps are so huge at the moment. Also, going back to the banqueting hall. You had Tyrion, Jaime, Brienne, and Pod. I think were playing that game again, where they have to tell the truth or they drink. and Tyrion put his foot right in it with Brienne when he said, "Oh, I think you're a virgin," which was like, you almost heard the music stop. It was just deadly silence, and I was like, "Oh god." So she stormed out. Jamie followed her, and then later on, Jamie knocked on her door and continued the drinking game, and they stripped off and they got it on, which I thought was brilliant. Another scene with Jamie was when he was with Tyrion, and they were, say, having a laugh, having a few drinks, and then who walks in but Bronn, armed with the crossbow and all that malarkey. He busted up Tyrion a little bit because he wouldn't stop talking. When Jamie said he won't hurt us, he fired an arrow and just missed his head. So he meant business. He explained that what Cersei had wanted him to do, and also he knew that Cersei was never going to actually pay him what he wanted, which was Riverrun. And Tyrion offered him Highgarden instead. So now Bronn has said, right, then when this war is over, I want Highgarden, or I'm going to take you both out, kind of thing. So I guess he'll be in the last episode. I don't think he'll be in this next one, but it looks like he's not over and done with yet. I kind of wish someone would just take him out and just kill him. I had fun with Bronn through this. He has some brilliant episodes, but now he's turned into a bit of a cock. So I want him taken out. Also, we had Daenerys and Jon. Daenerys wanted Jon to basically keep the secret of him being the rightful heir to the throne, and not tell anybody, and make Sam and Bran swear secrecy. And as she was saying it, I'm thinking, no, you can't do that, because Jon wanted to, obviously he had to tell Sansa and Arya, and so I think she's almost said that if you do that, if you tell Sansa, then we're not going to last. That's going to be the end of us. But Jon did go ahead and tell them. He swore them to secrecy, which they both agreed to. 5 minutes later, she's telling Tyrion. So that didn't work out too well. And in that kind of evolved where Tyrion told Varys. And so now it's all up in the air now. Varys has basically almost talked treason now with regards to Daenerys. Tyrion, I think the last thing he said to him was, don't do what I think you're going to do. And Varys said, look, I serve the people. And that was it. So I think he's going to try and take Daenerys out. And I don't think that's going to happen. I think Varys will probably get killed before that. And I think, to be honest, if Tyrion really does feel that she is the right person to be queen, then he should be the one telling her what that conversation, how that conversation went. And I love Varys. I think he's been brilliant throughout. But doing that, he's just signed his death warrant. So I'm hoping Tyrion will do the right thing and inform Daenerys about Varys. That will definitely, I think, be in this next episode. I think that kind of outcome. I can hear my dog snoring really loud at the minute. Yeah, I have to put up with that every night. Also, we had I think I'm jumping over. I'm mixing it all up a little bit here. I'm trying to get it in order, but it's just coming into my mind, and I'm just blurting it out. Daenerys took a small army, a fleet rather, to face Cersei to try and get her surrender. And at the meantime, Jon took the remaining Unsullied and the Dothraki on foot, I think, to try and surround King's Landing. I think that was the plan. Problem is, Daenerys' fleet got ambushed by Euron, who killed one of the dragons. That after I just said, "Oh, I'm so glad both the dragons are okay," literally a split second later, one of the dragons gets taken out, which was horrible, absolutely horrible. And then he used those big scorpion crossbows and turned on Daenerys' fleet and took all the ships out as well. Obviously, the survivors, there weren't many survivors left that got on shore. But Missandei had disappeared as well, and Grey Worm. It was horrible seeing Grey Worm so upset trying to find her. We later find out that she's now a prisoner of Cersei. When the news when the news got to Winterfell, and Jaime was told that the fleet had been ambushed by Euron, I think he decided there and then that he had to go back to King's Landing. Now, at first, I'm still assuming that it's to be with Cersei again. But it might not be. I don't know. He might be going down there to kind of confront her, perhaps. That's what I'm hoping. But it didn't seem that way. The conversation he had to Brienne, obviously, because he just did a runner, basically, in the night. And seeing Brienne so upset like that was horrible. She was begging him to stay, but he wouldn't. So we see him rolling off as well. So I guess we're going to see all these characters converging on King's Landing now. I still say that I would rather that storyline had been before the Night King storyline. I really do. I think it would have been better. I think, for me, I know the whole thing is about the throne, and I get it. But for me personally, the Night King was the big bad guy. He was the one, you know. I think he wasn't he Lord of Death? I think wasn't he that actually who he was, or God of Death or whatever. So that, I think it should have been the other way around. But hey, it's the way it is. We then joined. I probably missed those bits out, but we then joined Daenerys with a small army outside the gates of King's Landing. And Cersei, bless her, had got all her people that she's supposed to care about all into the Red Keep, so that if anyone gets killed, it's going to be them first, which is a classic Cersei kind of thing. She also, you can tell the fact she's really quite repelled by Euron. I think she's only with him to keep his fleet, and that's it. That is literally the only reason. And she's also told him that she's pregnant and it's with his child, so that should be fun to see where that goes. And also, she got Missandei as a prisoner, and it was like a face-off. She sent out her hand, who I can never remember the name of, and Tyrion met him. They had a quick exchange. Tyrion was getting nowhere with him, so walked straight past him to Cersei, and tried kind of pulling on her heartstrings about her children and about the baby that she's got inside her. You know, he said, you don't want anything to happen to that baby, come on. And I think at first Cersei kind of had that look, she was about to cry, and then she just went proper hard mode again. Went up to Missandei and said, right, say any last words. And Missandei, bless her, just said Jacaerys, whatever the word is, when fire, shouted it out so that Daenerys could hear, and they just chopped her head off. It was awful, and poor Grey Worm, man, he just died. You know, he died inside. It was horrible. And now Daenerys has lost her shit now. You know, I mean, Tyrion, bless him, he's tried. Varys has tried. Everyone's tried to calm Daenerys down, because she has got that Targaryen fire inside her, and she's just lost it now. And I don't think Tyrion's going to be able to talk her down. No one's going to be able to talk her around now. She's going to go full on Targaryen on that place. I think I've covered just about everything. So without further ado, let's crack on. This is episode 5, The Bells, which is definitely about King's Landing. So I think we could get the big battle of King's Landing here, which is quite exciting. And again, I'm really nervous because I know that people that I love are going to die. I know it. I'm wondering if Daenerys is going to wait for Jon to get there with the army, though. I think she's going to have to. I mean, yeah, she's going to have to, because there's no way that Drogon could do all that on his own, not with all those bloody crossbows everywhere. So I think she's going to have to wait a few weeks just to get everyone back, I think. But yeah, I think we're going to crack on with this one. I'm quite excited, quite nervous and sad, because we're nearly at the end. But yeah, what the hell, let's go for it. This is episode 5, season 8, The Bells, Game of Thrones. See you in a bit.
There are no men like me.
I hate when they do this. I can never see what they're writing in time. Whoa. Whoa, what's he doing? So as much as I love Varys, he needs to go. He's going to cock everything up.
The northern armies?
Just crossed the Trident. They'll be at the walls at King's Landing in 2 days. How is she?
She hasn't seen anyone since we returned. Hasn't left her chambers. Hasn't accepted any food. We both know what she's about to do.
What do you want?
All I've ever wanted. The right ruler on the Iron Throne.
I don't want it. I never have.
You will rule wisely and well, while she...
She is my queen.
What are you going to do to him?
There's something you need to know.
Someone has betrayed me. Jon Snow.
Varys.
He knows the truth about Jon.
He does.
Because you told him. You learned from Sansa. And she learned from Jon, though I begged him not to tell her. Why do you think Sansa told you? What do you think she hoped to gain?
She trusts me.
Yes. She trusts you. She trusted you to spread secrets that could destroy your own queen. And you did not let her down.
I think he's going to get it. I called it.
It was me.
Goodbye, old friend.
Such an awkward thing, isn't it?
I, Daenerys of House Targaryen,
Whoa.
die.
That was terrifying.
Dracarys.
Wow. Not wasting any time in this episode, are they? Bloody hell.
This was all she brought with her when we crossed the narrow sea. Her only possession.
Oh, poor Grey Worm.
What did I say would happen if you told your sister?
I don't want it, and that's what I told him.
This is victory for her. I don't have love here. I only have fear.
Thousands of children will die if the city burns.
Your sister knows how to use her enemy's weaknesses against them. That's what she thinks our mercy is. Ready the Unsullied. Tonight you sail for King's Landing to join the Northern armies.
Cersei's followers will abandon her if they know the war is lost. Give them that chance. If the city surrenders, they will ring the bells and raise the gates. Please, if you hear them ringing the bells, call off the attack.
Oh my god. I'm beginning to think Tyrion's going to do something stupid now.
Your brother was stopped trying to get past our lines. It seems he hasn't abandoned your sister after all. The next time you fail me will be the last time you fail me.
God, this is getting really bad. Got a feeling Arya's going to be in it quite soon.
Where are you going?
I'm Arya Stark. I'm going to kill Queen Cersei.
How did they find you? You're going back to her. To die with her.
You've underestimated her before.
She's going to die. Unless you can convince her to change her course of action.
Difficult to do from here. She's even the old.
The city will fall tomorrow.
She has the Lannister army, she has the Golden
I defended
Company.
the city last time it was attacked. I know it better than anyone. It will fall tomorrow.
I suppose I'll die tomorrow, if not before.
Why? Escape. The two of you together. Remember where we met?
What?
Where they keep the dragon skulls beneath the Red Keep. Take her down there. Keep following the stairways down as far as they'll go. You'll come out onto a beach at the foot of the keep. A dinghy will be waiting for you. Start a new life. Swear to me.
You have my word.
Tyrion.
Give the order to ring all the bells in King's Landing. Ring the bells and open the gates.
Your queen will execute you for this.
If Daenerys can make it to the throne without wading through a river of blood, maybe she'll show mercy to the person who made that possible.
If it weren't for you, I never would have survived my childhood. You were the only one who didn't treat me like a monster. You were all I had.
Oh. Cersei ain't going to go anywhere. She's not.